Ivory is out the teaching business after he was accused of having sex with one of his students last month. Helena, West Helena police say Ivory took the 17-year-old across state lines to a casino. Immediately after word got out, Kip Delta Collegiate School fired him after a 2-day investigation. The FBI stepped in to investigate because he is accused of taking the student across state lines. But WREG learned Ivory has a long history of not following the rules. Ivory was also once a teacher for Memphis City and Shelby County schools. So we requested his personnel file and found his trouble started in 2004 when he was a band director at Northside High. He was suspended for 3 days without pay for collecting money from students without administrative approval, not properly receipting transactions, and using unauthorized volunteers for the band. In 2005, Ivory was asked to not come back to Northside after he was accused of inappropriate conduct with 2 female students. But that didn't stop him from teaching. In 2006, Ivory was hired as the band director at Sheffield High, but was once again suspended, this time for selling band equipment and discrepancies when it came to money. Later that same year, he got a job at Oak Haven High, and then in 2007, he bounced to Evans Elementary School. We learned much of his moving around was due to not having valid certification. Years later, in 2013, Ivory heads to Shelby County Schools to work at Cragmont High as, you guessed it, a band director. His time there was short-lived. According to the personnel file, he got in trouble again for taking students on an unsanctioned overnight band field trip to a hotel. But what ended his career were allegations he sent messages to a student asking her to find him a girlfriend. Here in messages obtained by WREG, you can see where he asked the 15-year-old why she doesn't come to class and maybe she can hook him up. Ivory was once again suspended, this time with pay, on May 8, 2014. He resigned the next day. We reached out to Kip Delta Collegiate Schools, and they told me that they had no idea about Ivory's extensive background. A spokeswoman told me that there were no red flags on his record. Since he was never prosecuted for any of the allegations, the spokeswoman says this could mean that none of the school districts reported any of the incidents to the state. Quimitra Wilborn, WREG News Channel.